All the pretty people say hi, Jerusha. Hello, pretty people. Hi, gorgeous people. Hashtag to all the pretty people. If you are a pretty person, yes, what that means, you're pretty in the inside, and obviously you're pretty on the outside. But we celebrate, collaborate, and create great relationships. And it's a Wednesday. And what do we do Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time? I answer business questions for my small business owners, network marketers, direct sellers. And if you're in my private group, you're in the business tips, motivation, and inspiration Facebook group. You get to ask business questions, and I get to answer your questions based on my success, my experience. Yes, I've been an entrepreneur for almost 2 decades. Woo, Jesus, help me, Lord. So I'm excited about it. So I know a thing or two. So tonight's going to be really easy. I only had one question that I didn't answer yet. So I decided, well, I'll teach on that subject. So if you have a business question and you are in my group, Business Tips, Motivation, and Inspiration, you can send me a message, ask me a question, or in the chat, in the group, put a business question, and I will be able to help you. And if I don't know the answer, I have plenty of resourceful friends that are successful entrepreneurs as well. And so, yes, I should have you covered. Hello, gorgeous. Say hi, Jerusha. Speak to me. I actually speak back. If you're on Instagram, give me some hearts and love. On TikTok as well, some roses. Yes, and if you're on Facebook, guess what? Facebook, make sure that you follow. I appreciate you. Yes, hello. Oh, Janie in the building. Yes, Courtney in the building. Yes, Gina in the building. Hello, gorgeous. Good to see your beautiful faces. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Let me know what city you reside. Yes, I like to know all my stats and logistics of where my peoples, where are my peoples? Hashtag to the pretty people. I love the hearts. I see you hearting me up on Instagram. I'm feeling kind of special. Now, if you missed the broadcast on last Wednesday at 8 p.m., I answered the question on cold recruiting, which is my baby. So being courageous enough to cold recruit scares most people, right? So most people are terrified to recruit a stranger. Well, guess what? The friends that you have now, they were all once strangers. And so you just got to build up that courage and say, I'm just meeting a lot of friends. So every single day, I'm just meeting more new friends. Every single day, I start new conversations, meeting new friends. And so if you look at it that way, then it doesn't feel, for some of you, feel real crazy. Girl, you meet people all the time. Yes, okay. Alabama in the building. It says Facebook user. Good to see your beautiful faces. And so if you missed last Wednesday's training, go back and watch the replay. It's right here on my Facebook, so you can go ahead and see that. So if you're joining me for the first time, I'm Jerusha, motivational speaker, business coach, yes, social marketer, and I'm excited because I am currently focused, like tunnel vision, focused on developing 100 new business partners in my industry. 100 families, changing 100 lives, helping them make $100,000, and I can see the 100. And so because of my experience, I was very successful in one company, transitioned to another company, very excited about the growth that I'm already seeing. And so I know a thing or two. And so the reason why we talked about cold recruiting in my first company, that's all I did was cold recruit. And I didn't have to recruit my cousins and my aunties, and I did not. So let me just tell you, you can build a business and not have your family in your business. Now, if they choose to support maybe, a long-time relative or whatever it is, that's great. But that's not going to build your empire. That's not going to build my 100. Let me just tell you, I don't care if you're selling your books. I don't care if you have a nonprofit. You've got to meet other people. That's the name of the game. Okay. You've got to prospect. You've got to meet more friends. So the more new conversations that you're having, the bigger your organization is going to grow. And if you have good service, they're going to refer you to their friends and their families and their organizations, and you will just continue to grow and grow and grow. And so if you missed it on last Wednesday, go back and watch it. So the next question is, if you have a question, hopefully I'll get to it, put it in the chat for me. If you're in the Business Tips, Motivation, Inspiration group, put it in the chat for me. But the next question was kind of a piggyback on cold recruiting. And so the question was, I want to say her name was Miss Miss Valerie, Miss Valerie, I think it was, because I get so many questions. I think it was Miss Valerie. Okay, so the question was when she cold recruits. Okay, I gave a script last week on how to meet somebody out and about. If you're just having coffee or you're at Panera Bread, or how to start that conversation, I gave an exact script on last week, and she said when she reaches the person or tries to talk to the person says, I'm not interested. Well, we have in our society, we've developed this thing where we are afraid of everybody, and we always have our guard up. And I would say make sure that you look professional. And I hate to say that because you want to still be yourself, but and I know you are, a professional, but I don't know why, sometimes people are just going to say no, thank you. They don't even care what it is. And so I tested this one time. So you'll be interested to hear this. So I said, I'm going to say I'm part of the Oprah Winfrey Show. So I went up to someone just to test it to see. She said, oh, I'm not interested. She didn't even know what I was going to say. And I said, oh, that's too bad. I'm a part of the Oprah Winfrey Show. And we're actually, looking to recruit somebody in, some people in the area around your age group. So I was just going to ask you that. She was like, oh, I'm interested. No, you're not. No, you're not. I said, that's okay. That's okay. Nice to meet you. It just goes to show, stop saying no before you get educated. So here's your business tip. Get educated. If you're not interested, say I'm not interested. If you don't want to hear it, say, you know what, I don't have time. I don't want to be rude, and let's move forward. Now, if you're the person that's trying to talk to them, like Miss Valerie, don't take it personal. People don't even stop to hear you. You don't know what's going on in their day. I don't make a judgment. They could have just gotten, spoken to badly by somebody. They could have been mistreated. They could have been in an abusive home. Their children could, be acting out. We don't really know what's going on with people. So I just kind of feel like, you know what? That's great. Weed out the folk, keep the people. Write that down. You're going to weed out the folk and keep the people. And so I just don't even care really at this point if someone says, I'm not interested. If you've heard me before, you can write this down. If this is your first time, put newbie in the chat. Say, I'm a newbie, Jerusha. No just means next opportunity. And so it doesn't stop me at all. Me and no, we're best friends. No means next opportunity, next opportunity. And so, Valerie, when you walk up and immediately, if she says, oh, I'm not interested. One, we have to evaluate actually what you said. So I actually don't know what you said, because I know in Atlanta, you can't just walk up to someone and be like, hey, how are you doing? That will be weird here. People are like, what, girl? Why are you saying that? So you don't want to, depending on your city, if you're in a small country town and everybody knows everybody, that might be different. But I know in major cities like ours, it's weird to be like, hey, how are you doing? How was your day? She's going to be like, I'm not interested, because it sounds like a scam, right? Now, what I gave last week was very easy to transition into a conversation. And so I don't know what you're saying, Valerie, for them to immediately say, I'm not interested without you even saying anything. It might be your script, your approach, obviously I'm sure you're well, groomed and everything. Because that does sometimes play a part in how people view you. People size you up in like 2 seconds. But I would definitely say it's probably what you're saying. So let me just give you another business tip. Don't walk up to anybody and say, hey, how are you doing? How was your day? How was work? Because they don't know you. And then they feel a certain kind of way. And what you're trying to do, right? I know a lot of us, I'm from the South. It's a good thing to ask people how they're doing. But for some reason in our society, people think that it's weird. People don't invite that type of conversation. So you want to go ahead and get to the point. I'm not the type of person that is going to like beat around the bush. I'm just going to get in and get out. And so that's what I suggest, especially if it's a stranger. Was that helpful or was that helpful? Good evening to you too. Was that helpful? Yes. Okay. So hopefully, Valerie, find out what you're saying. When you're walking up to people, make sure you're not doing an introduction like that in a grocery store. That doesn't seem like it's warm and welcoming. So don't do that. I would definitely say always be busy. Always walk fast, talk fast, move fast, because it says you're a woman on a mission and nothing is going to stop you. And you just happen to see her. Everything needs to be like, I just happen to notice you, let's exchange. And if she doesn't, that's okay. Numbers never lie, people do. Write that down. Numbers never lie, people do. So you do have to talk to a lot of people. Not that you're a number, I love you, but you know what I mean? Numbers, that means like a lot of customers shop at Chick-fil-A, right? So they have a lot of numbers. So in your business, you got to have a lot of numbers. That means you have to talk to more than one person. That's not going to work. Now, I don't know if someone told you just one person a day. I think if that's where you are, start right there. Start where you stand. One is great. Now, as you grow, you're going to go to 2 people. Then as you grow, you're going to go to 3 people. As you grow, you're going to get to 4 and 5, that you're actually starting new conversations to build your organization. Now, if you don't want to build a big empire, then just talk to one person. But I believe if you're following me, you probably want more. You probably want the goods, right? You're like, I want it all, Jerusha. How can I get it? So you're probably like me. I want to help a lot of people. I don't want to help just one person. I want to help thousands of people. And so, yes. So hopefully I answered that question. Was that good or was that good? Now, any other new question? Because I have something else that I can certainly share with you. Any other new question about the cold recruiting? Cold, what about cold messaging? Great question. Yes. Now, I just believe you can't build a business just on your family and friends. So I do think it's okay to cold message. I don't think it's good to spam. Now, that's 2 different things. Spamming someone is sending a message, sending a link, sending your website, and they didn't ask for it. Okay. That is spam. So when people send messages just randomly and purchase my jewelry, purchase I have a 20% discount, that is spam because I didn't ask for that solicitation. But it is what it is. We're on social media, right? The better way is to get permission. And so even though they are strangers, right? Even though I believe if you are following me, you're no longer to me a stranger. You're my friend. If you're following me, you're a follower, you're a friend, fan, family member. I feel like I should be able to talk to you. Why would you be in my friends list? Or why would you be following if we can't build a relationship? So my goal is to build relationships with everybody who likes the information that I give out. If they get value from me, I want to know, well, tell me what you got going on so I can get value from you too. So to me, if you are following me or they're in your friends list, I think you can talk to them. So even though I don't know their names personally, I think I can build a relationship with you because you're here. Why wouldn't I? And so once you start that conversation with that person, then you guys can then eventually get to what you do for a living or what your services are. If you really want that type of training, the 3-day ride, my signature business course, is this month. Okay. So you don't want to miss the course this month. So the 3-day ride is this month. It starts March the 23rd, I think. I think it's the 22nd, 23rd, 24th. So 3 days with me live in a private setting where I teach you how to cold recruit and how to, if a warm market as well, how to contact your warm markets. I give you actual scripts. So if you love the script from last Wednesday and you started doing it, a lot of you like, I'm going to do it. Then you're going to have every single verbiage that I've ever said in the last 15 years. And then that way, from the sales script to the recruiting to just making connections. And so all of that is going to be available for you in the 3-day ride. And so, yes, it is a cost. Good question. It's worth, I'm going to tell you, 3 times as much what I have it. And I know that because I've had people take the course and they've tripled their income. And so they never have to take it again. So what I've done is, from my personal experience getting online, I took everything that I knew, from hashtags to TikToks to Reels to recruiting online to marketing online, branding online, starting conversations, Facebook groups, fan pages. I put it all in the 3-day ride. And this way, a person that takes the 3-day ride will be able to have unlimited leads if they do everything that's in that course. Guaranteed. If they do what's in that course, they're going to have unlimited leads. Now, I'm speaking from experience. I have unlimited leads on my platforms. I'm not looking for people. I see you right here. And so most people are still trying to get likes and comments. There's a way to do it. There are hacks to that. The algorithm can shift, but there are some things that you need to do so it can shift in your favor. Now, just posting won't do it. Valuable posts will. And so I know people say post every day. Yes, post every day. That's one of the problems I see is you're not actually posting every day. You have to do that. But it's not just posting valuable content. Because if I posted a cat every day, no one would be following me because there's no value for the person. It might be cute, right? But if I'm posting my same cat every day, no one's getting anything. And people come to social media to get, write this down. They're coming to get something. You came to laugh, to be entertained, to learn something, to communicate with people, engage with some people. You came here to get something. So if I'm not giving, right, I can't have a following because I'm not giving people anything. And I think people have it wrong. They think that people are just here to purchase. They're not. They're here to make friends. They're here to be social on social media. And so what I strongly recommend is if you're still struggling to have a following, you're struggling, with your content, then get in the 3-day ride. Go ahead and register now. I take a small select group where I can get to know you. I understand your business. I can give you examples and we can work very closely together. I go live. I answer all the questions in the 3-day ride. And so if you have a team, because I know I have top producers that follow me, if you have a team and you have 10 people that want to ride with you in the ride, you would get yours. You earn yours for free. So if you have 10 business besties, 10 business partners, 10 other entrepreneurs that if they enroll, you get to ride for free because I want to reward you for taking this seriously and bringing people with you. So when I share, you share, that's how we change the world. And so, yes, so if that was good for you, say, Richard, that was good for me. So, yes. So let me see if I have another question. Karen in the building. Hello, gorgeous. Let me see if there's a question on TikTok or Instagram. So yes, I don't think she said, is it crazy to co-recruit? Again, that's kind of the same answer. If they're your friends, it's not to me a co-recruit because they're in your friend circle. They're in your follower group. So it's not, to me, that's not a co-recruit. To me, a co-recruit would be, and a spam would be, I went to a random group and I chose a random person and I just sent my website. That's cold to me. That's like a spam because that person has no clue who I am. I just went to a random group. So you don't want to do that. Now, if I have a relationship in the group, I've posted in the group, I've given value in the group, I've communicated with the administrators in the group, right? And then I speak to people, that's different because I've developed that relationship. So you don't want to assume the position and just send your website to people and think they want your tea or your jewelry or your shake or whatever it is, your essential oils, whatever it is. And so I gave this example. I got this from Ray Higdon. So if you don't know who that is, you can follow him. That he said that it's almost like a spam. It's almost like if you were a girl at the bar and a young man came in and he said, hey, I have a room upstairs, room 1352. And you would be like, what? I'm not going to your room. If he just walked up to you, put the key on the counter and said, hey, meet me upstairs, room 1352, you'd be offended, right? Even if you thought he was handsome, you'd be offended. But if he came in the bar, sat next to you, say, can I buy you a drink? Are you with somebody? You say no. Oh, well, tell me your name. I'm Bob. And you guys started a conversation. And eventually, if it led up to the room, that's different because you built some type of rapport. You started that initial conversation. Same thing in our business. Okay. We don't want to just send our websites and pray, post it and praying and sending it to random folks. thinking they're going to purchase. They are not. Now, if somebody's on here and you tell me numbers and you say, Darusha, I just send my stuff to random people and I'm making thousands of dollars just randomly, please tell me about that. But usually, I've never heard that before. You build some type of rapport and relationship. You ask questions, right? And then you offer your thing. So if that was helpful, please let me know. Make sense? Say yes, Darusha. So please stop doing it. If you're one of the people you just, you didn't know any better, I get it. I made all those same mistakes when I first got on social media right before the pandemic. So I'm not judging. Trust me, I'm not judging. I'm just like, now that I've learned, we know better, we do better, right? So yes. All right. So that is our time. I don't see any more questions. And so, Wednesday night, I try my best to answer any questions concerning sales, recruiting, scripts, apps that I might use, anything like that. So if you have a question, feel free to come over here in the Business Tips, Motivation, and Inspiration group. I'll be happy to answer that for you. And I will definitely tell you, if you are still struggling and you're just like, I've been struggling for a minute, you do need a business coach. Even if that coach isn't me, that's totally fine. Go get one. Your upline, your mentor, you need someone that's guiding you because you can't do it alone. You need someone that's going to shorten your learning curve. And so my hope is to shorten your learning curve. And so there are systems to success. And that person has already done it. They have a system that they can share with you. Everyone knows what systems mean, right? Save yourself time, energy, and money. Write that down. System. Save yourself time, energy, and money. So learn a system. Systems help you become successful faster. You got it? So write that down. So Darusha said, I need a system. You need a system. There are systems to success. So it's not going to happen by accident. Success is on purpose. Is that good? Yes, say yes, Darusha. All right, perfect. Let me just check one more time if I don't have any more questions. When it's March 20, thanks. When is the next 3-day ride? It's this month. Get in the ride. March 20, I think it's 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. All you have to do is tap my face. Wherever my face is, that circle of your face, tap it. It's going to take you to my link tree and you'll be able to see the 3-day ride. It'll have all the logistics, the dates, everything that I cover in day 1, day 2, day 3. And let me tell you, I over deliver every time. And the good news is you're not going to just be kicked out of the group in 3 days. I let you stay in there and I answer every question. I help you through all of it. We do a TikTok together. So those of you that are struggling with short form video, we're going to do that in there. I'm going to share my phone so you can see it, because just talking like this is great, but it's something to be in a training where you can visually see. I'm a visual and auditory learner. So I like to see people message somebody. Like, I want to see what you did. I want to see you like the person. I want to see you make the TikTok. And so I get a little bit more personable in the 3-day ride, and I have time to show you that. And I don't have time like, tonight. So that's the advantage of being in the ride. So yes, any other questions for me? Listen, very important. I don't know if you guys have heard. Obviously, we know Instagram is changing. Instagram has always, I love you, Instagram. I like Instagram the most. People often ask, what's your favorite platform? I like the way Instagram looks. Facebook, not so much, right? However, my followers and my friends and my pretty people are on Facebook mostly, right? So we're growing Instagram, and TikTok is pretty good. So I know you guys have heard Instagram is making a lot of changes. So what I would suggest, if you're not on Instagram, get on Instagram and start doing reels. I know you've heard other people say it. And so I'm in this Instagram. I pay for this Instagram training once a month. There's a fee, and they give you all the updates, the highlights, what's coming up, in the future for Instagram. And so I like to share. So one thing I can tell you, get on Instagram, start posting on Instagram, start building your followers on Instagram, because Instagram is competing with TikTok, right? And so they want, and you'll notice they want more videos on Instagram. And so now when I do a live like this, I'll edit a little piece out of it and put it as a reel or put it as a TikTok, because they are favoring short form video now on Instagram. So if you're not on there, Don't say you didn't know. Tell your business bestie, tell your community. You want to really make sure you're hitting all 4: Facebook, Facebook Reels, TikTok, Instagram, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. All of them. The same video on all of them. Now, again, you're not recreating 5 different videos for 5 different platforms. I create one video, like this is a live. I'll take a great segment out of here that's like 60 seconds. I can edit it. I can upload it to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube Shorts. That way, all of them have it, because there are people on YouTube that will never go to TikTok. And you want to make sure you're growing that audience. So you need to be everywhere. Does this make sense? Yes or yes? Okay. Now, if you're afraid of that, we're going to go over that in the 3-day ride. So if you're afraid of video, you're like, oh, no, buddy. Then we're going to go over that in the 3-day ride. So I will see your beautiful faces. It's always a pleasure. I will see you tomorrow. Yes, probably for a quick lunch and learn. So I'll have a training for you. Everything will be great on tomorrow, where you can actually have your friends and your teammates, because a lot of you are in network marketing, direct sales. Have your team follow the page, tag 2 people now, and have them follow the page. We'll have a great class on what's tomorrow? Thursday? Is tomorrow Thursday? Oh, am I going to be live Thursday? I'm traveling, so maybe not. I don't know. I'll see. Oh, I love the hearts. So hopefully, I miss you guys when I don't come live. I'm like, oh, I gotta go live. So when you do something over and over, it becomes a habit. Yes. Okay, perfect. I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me. Hopefully you got value tonight. I can answer any business question if you're in this group. And of course, yes, the 3-day ride, all you have to do is go to my bio or put 3-day ride in the chat. If that's easier for you, just put 3-day ride. I'll send you the link. But if you go to my profile, click my link tree, you'll see the 3-day ride. But if you can't, just message me. I'm in Facebook jail, so just message me, because I can't really message you. So message me if you're on Facebook. Message me, and I'll send it to you. I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Teresa, and I'll see you on the page. Have a good night.